Do you remember the meme with the stick figure and the simple language? I think it was like in 2015, 2016-ish. It says, "This is Bob. Bob doesn't like someone. Bob doesn't tell the whole world. Be like Bob." Hey, I'm Rachel Hayes. I talk intentional living in real estate. I'd love to be part of your online circle, so hit subscribe and join me. Do you want to be Bob? What I mean is that Bob sets the trend. Do you want to be the leader who asks others to follow you? I do. I don't want that to come across as arrogant, but since the Apostle Paul already said it in 1 Corinthians 11:1, be imitators of me as I am of Christ, I think it's safe for me to say it too. I want to live in such a way that people look to my reputation and actions as a way that they want to live too. So last week, kids make it so obvious when we are on track or not. And I have young children. They are very touchy-feely. And on a particular day a week ago or so, I was feeling so touched out. Have you been there? I snapped, "Get away from me." And my 3-year-old then immediately yelled at the 2-year-old, "Get away from me." Ugh, it was painful to hear. There's no behavior or verbal temperature gauge like a child. So, in keeping with that idea, what can you do to live in such a way that's worthy of being followed? Are the words that you speak to yourself encouraging and uplifting in the way that you'd want your kiddo to repeat? What habits are you living out? Or maybe you're just getting started. There are many things that work together to help us to live out a life worthy of being followed. For me, there's a couple things that I do, but I want to talk about 2 of them today. So the biggest one in my life is my prayer life. I pray all day long, from the second that I wake up to the second I close my eyes to sleep. And all day means intermittently throughout the day. If something comes to my mind, or if I'm grateful, if I'm acknowledging something, if I'm anxious about something, I tell it to God. And so there's an ongoing internal dialogue for me just speaking to God. So when I wake up in the morning, first thing I pray is, "Lord, help me walk in step with your spirit today." And I do think that that makes a huge difference in what's happening in me mentally, which then is being poured out physically or verbally. Have you ever done a diet log? That means like where you've logged out everything that you're eating for the week, for the day, break it down even by the hour sometimes if you're a snacker. And at the end of the day or the week or whatever you've been tracking, you can look through and see, what did I put into my body? We can do the same thing for our mental diet. What are you putting into your mind? How much time are you putting into your mind? How much are you feeding your mental health and your mental habits, your exercises that you're doing in your own head? What are you giving yourself? Because from that, you're speaking. From that, you're pouring into others. So for me, I am filling my mind with a lot of different things. I actually spend several hours, multiple hours a week doing mental activities. These can be the sermon that I listen to at church, the Bible study class I attend. I read multiple hours a week out of just different growth mindset books, things that are challenging me to think differently, whether it's in my personal life, my financial life, my education, and just learning something new, or maybe it's with my career in real estate. I'm listening to podcasts. I'm listening to music that's uplifting and encouraging. I don't want to get stuck not doing these things because they make a significant difference in my mental health. When I slip off track and I'm not reading my Bible, I'm not participating and engaging in the reading of other books or podcasts or music, I feel it. I feel like a different person, and I feel that mental strain, the mental load. There is a lot going on in the world. So it would be naive for me to think that there's not a lot going on in your life. This is not easy. It's not, but it is very simple. So it's something that you can do. You can start small. You can start with 15 minutes a day. If that sounds like a lot, start with 5. but I know from experience it makes a significant difference in your day-to-day life and in what you can give to others, because what you're feeding your own mind with makes a difference with how you can show up for other people. So I want to leave you with a word from Philippians 4:9. What you have learned and received and heard and seen in me, practice these things, and the God of peace will be with you. So go be the leader that you want to follow. Make a difference in your life. Be significant.